Beautiful.
Officer, where's the Kobe?
86. Let's go.
Party's over here.
Back down to 86.
16 times that amount is currently out with on fire-related medical. It's not a crisis.
What's your current vaccination rates?
The last I heard for firefighters was 55%. I'm sure that's gone up in the last few days. Officers is 60 to 70%. You know, it varies by union. This is Jim McCarthy, president of the Officers Union.
Just wondering, what do you think of you said you're not anti-vaccine.
Absolutely, I was vaccinated the first day.
But you've got other folks who are joining in your rally here who are anti-vaccine, who are holding flags.
Bobby, you're starting out.
I'm 27 in the Bronx. I'm the Vice President of the Uniformed Firefighters Association. On behalf of the Uniformed Firefighters Association Executive Board and the Uniformed Fire Officers Executive Board, we're here to protest the mandate against New York City firefighters and fire officers and members of the New York City Fire Department. We want everybody to know that we are not anti-vax. We are anti-mandate. We are pro-choice. We support our people that don't want to be vaccinated. We support our people that are vaccinated. That's what we're about right here. We protect life and property for the citizens and the residents of New York City. That's what we do. We do it day in and day out. We've been doing it since the 1800s. That's what we do. The life expectancy of a New York City firefighter is less than 15 years. We give our bodies and our souls to this job. That's what we do. We don't think about it twice. We go to work, we know we may not come home. We kiss our loved ones and we say goodbye. And we know that might be the last time we see them. It's 20 years after September 11th. If anybody doesn't need the reminder, I don't know what to tell you. Our commitment is unwavering. We are here today to reiterate that all we want is the choice. That's it. I have a line of speakers behind me that are going to step up, and I'm going to announce them right now. First speaker is going to be UFOA President Jimmy McCarthy. Jimmy.
Thanks, Bobby. Again, I'm Jim McCarthy, UFOA President, Uniformed Fire Officers Association. Jim McCarthy, UFOA President, Uniformed Fire Officers Association. In the paper today, they had a key COVID factor was announced that the 7-day average of positivity has fallen over 50%, from 4% to 2%. Now, if you look at our test and vax program that the FDNY had, we had thousands of tests, and under 0.5% positive for firefighters and fire officers in the FDNY from the test and vax program. So why change it?
Bobby, could you move?
Why we've already achieved the goals? Why are we changing that? One person is making that decision. One person is making this mandate happen to the fire department, even though we're successful. That's Bill de Blasio. That's our mayor imposing it on us. After he put in the mandate, we took legal action. We joined with the MLC. We filed lawsuits. After that, the Teachers Association went to arbitration. They got a decision, and it was the mandate was implemented and upheld. We still filed other action. We're fighting this implementation, this mandate. After their arbitration decision, the teachers got 30 days to implement what they were awarded in the arbitration. Shortly after that, October 20th, Mayor de Blasio told us we only had 9 days to comply with the same action. That is crazy. How do people make a life-changing decision without consulting their family and their spouse and weighing all the options? Generally, it takes us time to retire, 3-4 months for the FDNY to retire. It's crazy. It's unconscionable that this mayor would implement this mandate against the fire department when the test and vax program is working. We're the people that came to work. And that is insane. It's insane that we have to make those decisions. After all the efforts we made, we weren't treated like the essential workers that were cheered in March of 2019. We weren't treated like the essential workers. We weren't treated like the first responders that everybody holds in high esteem. We weren't even treated in a humane way. We were demanded to comply in 9 days. That's Bill de Blasio's demand. That's not our demand. All we're asking for, one of the things we're asking for is be treated like human beings, be treated like workers, be treated like the people you say we are, essential workers and the first responders. Negotiate with us. We need to talk. This is a mandatory subject of bargaining and working remotely and not going to restaurants, not in the streets. The firemen and firewomen and the firefighters and fire officers showed up every day. We responded to all emergencies in the city. We responded to all the COVID calls. We didn't have masks. We didn't have testing. We didn't have a vaccine. We asked for all of those things. We got them in trickles and small doses. After the testing came, we finally got access to testing. But we still responded. We came at every call. Our membership was exposed to COVID. Many of our people got sick. Many of them got gravely ill. After that happened, they had the antibodies at the same level.
Hold the line! Hold the line! Hold the
Thank you.
line! Hold the line!
They call us the bravest. We are the bravest. We're going to hold the line. 20 months ago, when the pandemic was bearing down on New York City, we knew we were going to take it in the face first. We knew it. It happened. When they told us we screwed up, we didn't prepare. We don't have PPE. Did a firehouse close? Not once. We were there. When we got sick, some firehouses had 65% of their members sick at one time. And the guys and girls showed up at that house knowing they were going to get sick and bring it home to their families. We asked the department to isolate firehouses so that members from other firehouses wouldn't go in, and the people in that firehouse service that complements each other. So when there's a car accident and you're waiting for us to get there to cut you out of that car, there won't be enough of us to go around. There won't be enough police there to block off traffic. Ambulances will be stuck in traffic. We'll be stuck in traffic. This whole thing is going to collapse, and it's manufactured. There is absolutely no reason for this hard deadline. The city should negotiate with its workers. They should have respect for the workers that got them through this. I remember a few months ago there was a parade held in appreciation by the mayor because this was over and we could have a parade. And then within days of that happening, the mandate started. He sure as hell wouldn't have announced the mandate before the parade. It wouldn't have happened. No one would have showed up. And we didn't show up because we believed this was going to happen. So let me tell you what goes on in New York City. In the New York City Fire Department, the responses. In my hand is the New York City's mayor-manager report. This is the statistics on what goes on here. Every day, there's 65 heart attacks. Last year, there was 24,000 fires a day, 65 a day. Average response time is 4.5 minutes. What's going to happen when that response time goes up? People are going to die. They're going to be waiting for us to get there. When there aren't enough fire trucks to go around to the fires, 65 a day. On the next page of the mayor's manager report, we have life-threatening medical emergencies. Last year there was 515,000 medical emergencies. 1,400 medical emergencies every single day. And those people will be waiting longer due to a manufactured crisis. Heart attacks, 80 a day. Last year there was almost 30,000 heart attacks. Did you know the survivability for a heart attack in New York City is 32%? 32%. The average response time is somewhere between 6 and 9 minutes, depending on which metric you use. They like to play with the numbers, and they have an end-to-end response time that is over 8 minutes is the average. Over 8 minutes. When those numbers get pushed at 10, 12, 15 minutes, there'll be no survivability. If you don't get, you go on the American Heart Association website, every minute it takes longer for someone to provide CPR is an 8% increase in the likelihood of death.
I want to make something abundantly clear. The New York City firefighters take COVID seriously. And at the height of this pandemic, when we didn't know what this virus could do to us, or if we were bringing home to our children, or bringing home to our families, the New York City firefighters answered every single call the same way they always have for hundreds of years, putting the lives of the citizens of New York first. All they're asking for today is to be treated with dignity and respect. I've spoken with the U.S. Secretary of Labor, Martin Walsh, who is very clear. This city should negotiate with the unions that represent their firefighters and their police officers and their sanitation workers to make sure that their concerns are met, that their concerns are addressed, and that they're being treated fairly. Just like they're doing in Philadelphia, just like they've done where I'm from in Boston, sat at the table, negotiated policies like testing in place of vaccination, which is in place right up the road. That works. None of us want to show up to work, find out we're positive, and that we brought it into the homes of the citizens that we took an oath to die for. That's not what we want. We're content testing everybody. Nobody wants that on their consciousness. Be fair. Hold true to the values that built this country, that built these skyscrapers up and down Manhattan. The working class people that deliver for this country day in, day out. All we want is to be treated with dignity and respect. Here are our concerns. These men and women who took that oath to the citizens of New York, they want to come to work next week. They want, when you pull the red box on the corner because you need help, they're going to come like crazed dogs like they always do. Don't send them home. Don't put the citizens of New York's lives in jeopardy. Let us do our job. You do yours, we'll do ours. God bless, stay strong, hold the line.
The UFA have mentioned we came and helped our city at their worst crisis. Well, we averaged 60 to 80 cardiac arrests a day. During COVID, we went to 400 to 600 cardiac arrests a day. We didn't get no acknowledgement for that. Have some respect to our men and women. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle Martinez. I'm a city worker. I'm a city worker, like so many of you here. A firefighter for 16 years, serving the city proudly, and the president of the United Women Firefighters. On Wednesday, October 20th, the mayor extended vaccine mandates to all public employees, eliminating test-out options, forcing us to make a life-changing decision for so many of us to either take a shot or lose our careers we worked so hard for in only 9 days. 9 days is not enough time for people who have mortgages, who have families, who have sick children, to make a life-changing decision in only 9 days. Today, we stand united on one cause. Firefighters, fire officers, EMS, fire dispatchers, others affinity groups of the FDNY, sanitation, DSNY, NYPD, my brothers and sisters, we one common cause: to stand for freedom to choose. The ability to choose. Give me a second, I'll be done. In the ability to choose is our God-given right, our free will, the right to choose for ourselves, our families, our loved ones. This is our bodies, not yours. We worked through this pandemic over a year. We worked tirelessly, long hours, without fear, boldly, took care of the citizens of the city of this New York. We answered countless say we are citizens of the United States of America. New Yorkers!
protect the life and property of the citizens of New York. They will be there and they will not break that oath. 8 years ago, Mayor de Blasio took an oath on November 1st. It's his choice to break it and put the lives that he's entrusted with in jeopardy. This is a manufactured crisis. Mr. Mayor, stand down. My members will not stand down. We will hold the line. We're the bravest, and you're not.